We welcome you to join us for the 5 tips for negotiating an offer. This video series is proudly presented by the Center for Career Opportunities for all students at Purdue, international, domestic, undergraduate, and graduate students. For those who are unfamiliar with the CCO, we offer in-person and virtual services to help you along your career journey. You can locate us in Young Hall Room 132, reach us via email at askcco@purdue.edu, or give us a call at 765-494-3981. For more helpful resources, visit our website at cco.purdue.edu. We'll provide more information about these services at the end of this presentation. Any resources mentioned in the presentation will be linked in the video description. Now, let's begin. As we dissect various strategies revolving offer negotiation, it is important to be aware of the following framework. First, according to Career Builder, 73% of employers in the U.S. expect candidates to negotiate salary on the initial job offer. Therefore, let this reference reduce the apprehension you may experience regarding this practice. Second, most employers want to provide you with a fair and competitive offer. Many will conduct research to make that determination and yet are still open to the negotiation conversation. Finally, know it is possible to emerge from the experience in a win-win scenario for both you and the employer. It is evident the company wants to hire you, so congratulations for making it to this phase within the process. Tip number 1. Consider the 4 W's of negotiation. What, why, worth, when. Let's begin with the first W, what. To better understand the basis of an established salary, the following is taken into consideration: the company's budget, the position's market rates, typical salaries for similar positions, and previous negotiations. This brings us to the second W, why. There are standard reasons why you would negotiate. In your practice, one or more of these reasons may lay the foundation to justify a counteroffer. One reason may be the salary amount offered is less than the reflection of your skills, education, and experience. A second reason could be the salary offered is less than the industry average. Another reason may be you have one or more offers similar in industry and position in which the pay range or additions to the package is more competitive. And a final reason could be that the cost of living is not reflected in the pay range. Now let's discuss the third W, worth. It is critical you are aware of the value of your specialized skills, experiences, achievements, and candidacy. Evaluating these attributes will guide you in understanding your worth as it pertains to the negotiation process. Also, consider your budget when assessing salary offers for heightened awareness of your financial needs. It is important to mention the wage gap may be relevant to your candidacy. According to the AAUW, women working full-time in the U.S. make 84% of what men make in salary. The gap is even wider for African American, Latinx, and Native Indigenous women. Therefore, negotiation is one way to contribute towards reducing the gap over time. On another note, if you are an international student, considerations that pertain to visa sponsorship are as important as your salary. Understand that OPT and STEM OPT have unique requirements as you approach the negotiation process. Finally, if you are a candidate pursuing an academic tenure track position, involving your faculty advisor to best prepare for the nuances of negotiation for such opportunities. And now we come to the fourth and final W, when. Determine the timeline provided for you to respond with an answer to the job offer. It is important that you begin the negotiation conversation after you receive an email of the offer in writing and before you accept or decline the offer on the table. Be mindful of the company's deadline for your response with a decision, and within that time frame, request a phone conversation or virtual meeting with the person you have been in contact with to present your counteroffer. If necessary, request additional time to assess the offer to have the maximum amount of time to review the package and then engage in the negotiation conversation. When you meet to discuss your counteroffer, it is likely no final decision on your ask can be made within that meeting. Therefore, a follow-up email or conversation may be necessary. Your contact may have to re-engage with their team, supervisor, and/or HR to determine if they will accept, renegotiate, or decline your counteroffer in part or in full. Therefore, be prepared for multiple iterations of the conversation before you and the company are able to come to a final decision. Tip number 2, research, research, research. Being well informed about resources to conduct research on salary data is invaluable. Some sites even lend the capability to slice and dice candidacy components to fine-tune the accuracy of the salary averages. Some examples of those components are position, industry, degree level, residency, or location, to name a few. The CCO has a wide variety of resources on the Career Research Portal that provide salary data. The following sites recommended for your investigation are as follows: Data USA, Job Seeker's Salary Calculator, Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook, Salary.com, and PaycheckCity.com, to name a few. Additionally, consider reading an informative article referenced within the salary data section of the Career Research Portal called Navigating the Pay You Deserve. One of the hallmark resources on the CCO website offers up-to-date salary data obtained from recent Purdue alumni. Explore the Next Steps Data Dashboard for relevant salary information. The search feature is interactive and lends users a chance to select various components to obtain relevant salary data. This database and the aforementioned article and resources are available to you in the description below. Check them out. Tip number 3, simplify your suggested salary strategy. Salary is the baseline topic of any negotiation. Therefore, this is where the conversation should begin. We've discussed the resources you can use to research the competitive salary for the position in consideration. Approach the salary portion of the negotiations with some flexibility, meaning instead of counteroffering a set salary amount, counteroffer a salary range. Upon researching the averages, consider within a 10% to 20% salary range increase. For example, if the offer is $50,000, depending on the research of salary averages, your counter salary range could be between $55,000 and $60,000 to be within the recommended percentage increase of consideration. Additionally, keep the difference between $5,000 and $10,000 when offering the counter range. Your experience, skills, and education level can help you pinpoint if you should be closer to the 10% to 15% range or the 15% to 20% range in your counter. Tip number 4, counteroffer non-salary negotiables. Salary may be where the conversation starts, but it may not be where the conversation ends. This is where non-salary negotiables come into play. In addition to salary, There are other components that make up the entirety of your compensation. This may include health benefits, vacation, or signing bonus, to name a few areas. If a desired component is not included in your contract, you may choose this area to negotiate. If there is an area of compensation you desire adjusted, you can also include that within your ask. The following options are not an exhaustive list, but represent a few additional examples: relocation assistance, flexible work arrangements, child care, technical equipment, or certifications. It is critical you are aware of what is already provided as an employee of the company so you do not waste negotiation power on a resource you are slated to receive. For example, do not negotiate on professional development funding if you will already be awarded a reasonable or sizable allotment as an employee. If you are offered a benefits package and need further clarification or explanation, contact the company's HR department. Finally, if you are pursuing an academic appointment, you may also consider some of the following areas not directly tied to salary, such as classes taught per semester, sabbatical, lab startup allotment, or spousal dual career. Tip number 5, evaluate and decide. As you may have deduced, this process is multi-layered. Therefore, it is always important to remain professional, patient, and polite within the back and forth correspondence and conversations. Always consider the entire package when making your decisions about what you counteroffer. Always start with your most desired salary range and non-salary negotiable item. And be prepared to renegotiate another salary range and/or area of compensation if what you offer the first time is denied. Also note, if this is your first position upon graduation, do not over-negotiate by countering too many items at the onset. Typically, negotiating salary and one justified non-salary negotiable item is reasonable. Take advantage of the advice available to you from the CCO. Consider making an appointment to discuss your offer and receive further insight. After thorough engagement within the negotiation process, if necessary, be prepared to walk away if the offer is completely misaligned with your research and data-informed expectations. Communicate your decision to decline via a professional email, phone call, or virtual meeting. On the other hand, if you are prepared to accept the terms that have been decided through the negotiation process, request the updated terms to be sent to you via email for a final review. Upon receiving the agreed upon terms, confirm via email your acceptance of the offer. Upon acceptance of the offer, make sure to celebrate this accomplishment. Congratulations, you did it. We hope you found our presentation on negotiating an offer informative and that you will continue to work with us along your career journey. Here are ways in which you can do that. You can schedule a one-to-one appointment with us through Boiler Connect, review the CCO handbook for information on all career development topics, and activate your MyCCO account to access jobs, internships, career fairs, and employers. Check the CCO calendar to stay up to date on career-related events across campus. If you're interested in careers in healthcare or law, please connect with our pre-professional advisors at preprofessional@purdue.edu or www.purdue.edu/preprofessional. As a reminder, we are located in Young Hall, room 132, and can be reached at 765-494-3981 or at askcco@purdue.edu. Our website is www.cco.purdue.edu. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.